1. When designing training for plant operators, which adult learning principle is most important to ensure knowledge transfer? A. Providing lengthy lectures with technical jargon. B. Linking training content to real workplace experiences. C. Using only written manuals for self-study. D. Relying solely on regulatory documents. 2. A mentor is guiding a new plant operator during hands-on training. Which approach best reflects effective mentoring? A. Allowing the trainee to learn without supervision. B. Providing immediate, constructive feedback on tasks. C. Waiting until the end of the shift to review mistakes. D. Demonstrating once and expecting mastery immediately. 3. When evaluating the effectiveness of a plant operator selection system POSS training program, which method is most appropriate? A. Revealing employee attendance sheets. B. Using pre- and post-test assessments to measure learning gains. C. Measuring only regulatory compliance reports. D. Counting the number of pages in the training manual. 4. Which communication strategy best ensures clarity when delivering technical safety instructions? A. Speaking quickly to cover all material. B. Using simplified language and confirming understanding. C. Relying on written memos only. D. Using vague terms to reduce technical complexity. 5. A training evaluation shows that operators can pass written tests but struggle in live simulations. What does this indicate? A. The tests are too difficult. B. The curriculum lacks applied practice opportunities. C. The operators did not study enough. D. The simulations are unnecessary. 6. Which curriculum development step ensures alignment with industry regulations? A. Designing training without reviewing compliance codes. B. Incorporating updated OSHA and NRC guidelines into content. C. Eliminating all compliance material for simplicity. D. Using only company policy documents. 7. Which adult learning technique supports problem-solving skills in plant operator trainees? A. Memorizing long lists of regulations. B. Participating in scenario-based learning exercises. C. Reading case studies without discussion. D. Listening to lectures without interaction. 8. When creating evaluation tools for a POSS study program, what is most important? A. Ensuring questions are aligned with job tasks. B. Using trick questions to challenge learners. C. Focusing on abstract theory only. D. Ignoring test validity. 9. A mentor notices a trainee consistently misinterprets gauges. What is the best corrective strategy? A. Criticize the trainee in front of peers. B. Provide guided practice with real-time feedback. C. Ignore the issue until evaluation. D. Replace the trainee immediately. 10. Which aspect of regulatory compliance is most critical when developing plant operator assessments? A. Ensuring assessments test emergency response protocols. B. Minimizing regulatory content to reduce stress. C. Using outdated compliance materials. D. Ignoring industry standards for convenience. 11. What is the most effective method for assessing communication skills in plant operator candidates? A. Multiple choice tests only. B. Role-playing emergency scenarios. C. Reviewing attendance logs. D. Asking candidates to memorize procedures. 12. Which of the following demonstrates learner-centered curriculum design for plant operators? A. Incorporating feedback from current operators. B. Creating content based solely on trainer preference. C. Using a one-size-fits-all lecture. D. Excluding operator input. 13. Which mentoring technique builds confidence in plant operator trainees? A. Gradually increasing task complexity with support. B. Assigning only the most difficult tasks first. C. Withholding feedback until certification. D. Limiting opportunities for independent practice. 14. During POSS preparation, what type of evaluation best measures applied math skills? A. Timed practical problem-solving exercises. B. Long theoretical essays. C. Oral interviews with no calculations. D. Reviewing unrelated science facts. 15. Which communication barrier is most likely to occur in a diverse operator workforce? A. Overemphasis on technical diagrams. B. Lack of standardized visual aids. C. Language and cultural differences. D. Too much hands-on practice. 16. Which curriculum development principle ensures continuous improvement of POSS preparation? A. Ignoring learner performance data. B. Regularly reviewing and updating content. C. Relying on outdated materials. D. Using only initial course designs. 17. In adult learning, why is self-directed study important for operator candidates? A. Adults learn best when they memorize without context. B. Adults prefer autonomy and responsibility in learning. C. Adults require constant instructor control. D. Adults avoid responsibility for learning outcomes. 18. When designing an evaluation for operator selection, validity ensures: A. Test results measure actual job-related skills. B. Scores remain the same regardless of training. C. Test length is maximized. D. Results are random to prevent bias. 19. Which mentoring activity demonstrates regulatory compliance reinforcement? A. Walking through emergency shutdown procedures. B. Allowing trainees to skip safety checks. C. Discussing only non-regulated topics. D. Avoiding compliance to save time. 20. Which strategy best helps operators retain complex safety protocols? A. Repetition through drills and simulations. B. Reviewing long manuals once. C. Memorizing without practice. D. Learning through passive listening. 21. Which method of communication is most effective during a plant emergency drill? A. Clear, concise, and direct verbal instructions. B. Long written memos distributed afterward. C. Nonverbal cues only. D. Technical jargon with no clarification. 22. In curriculum development, what is the purpose of a needs analysis? A. To align training objectives with actual job requirements. B. To determine trainer preferences. C. To reduce training content for simplicity. D. To ignore operator skill levels. 23. Which evaluation approach measures the long-term impact of POSS training? A. Immediate written test only. B. On-the-job performance monitoring after training. C. Reviewing course attendance. D. Asking for trainer opinions. 24. Which mentoring role is most effective in supporting new plant operators? A. Serving as a coach who provides ongoing guidance. B. Acting only as a supervisor who assigns tasks. C. Avoiding interaction to encourage independence. D. Delivering feedback only during certification exams. 25. When assessing communication, what method evaluates both clarity and accuracy? A. Simulated operator briefings. B. Silent reading assignments. C. Memorizing procedure lists. D. Reviewing written attendance records. 26. Which adult learning strategy helps operators prepare for POSS reading comprehension tests? A. Practicing with contextual technical passages. B. Memorizing random vocabulary words. C. Avoiding reading practice altogether. D. Reviewing only mathematical problems. 27. Which regulatory requirement must always be integrated into plant operator curriculum? A. Nuclear Regulatory Commission (NRC) safety standards. B. Outdated local guidelines. C. Non-relevant industry practices. D. Company cafeteria policies. 28. Which mentoring approach enhances reflective learning? A. Encouraging trainees to analyze mistakes and successes. B. Telling trainees never to question instructions. C. Limiting feedback to annual reviews. D. Avoiding post-task discussions. 29. Which evaluation tool best measures problem-solving under pressure? A. Timed scenario-based simulations. B. Attendance log reviews. C. Short answer theoretical questions only. D. Trainers' subjective impressions. 30. What is the key benefit of curriculum mapping in POSS preparation? A. Ensuring coverage of all required skills and knowledge. B. Eliminating unnecessary compliance training. C. Reducing content without alignment. D. Avoiding updates for consistency. 31. Which communication skill is most critical when coordinating team responses? A. Active listening and feedback. B. Speaking without pauses. C. Using only technical jargon. D. Avoiding eye contact. 32. Which evaluation practice supports fairness in POSS testing? A. Standardizing test conditions for all candidates. B. Providing some learners with extra information. C. Using different instructions for each group. D. Allowing trainers to choose test formats randomly. 33. A mentoring session includes role play of a plant malfunction. What is the main purpose of this technique? A. To reinforce practical problem solving in realistic scenarios. B. To waste time during training. C. To provide entertainment only. D. To replace technical assessments. 34. Which adult learning principle is best applied when training operators to troubleshoot unexpected plant scenarios? A. Encouraging rote memorization of procedures. B. Allowing learners to explore solutions through guided discovery. C. Avoiding learner input during problem solving. D. Relying solely on trainer demonstrations. 35. During a POSS math skills workshop, what instructional method best supports adult learners? A. Relating problems to real-world plant calculations. B. Providing abstract equations without context. C. Asking learners to memorize formulas only. D. Using lengthy lectures without interaction. 36. Which mentoring behavior fosters long-term operator success? A. Providing consistent feedback and encouragement. B. Ignoring trainee errors until they self-correct. C. Limiting learning opportunities to minimize mistakes. D. Repeating tasks without explanation.